And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Spring training baseball coming your way. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And on the mound here this afternoon, Trevor Williams.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Here comes a pitch. Ozzie Smith, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
First pitch, 4 o'clock.
And the 1-0. Just missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And he takes a strike. And the righty deals. Ground ball to the right side. Chavis steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and a guy is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Next one misses, and that's ball 1. And we're looking at one of the greatest base stealers of all time standing at the plate, the incomparable Lou Brock. The 1-1 is fouled off. Until Ricky Henderson came along, Brock was the king of the stolen base. His record stood for a long time. Next offering misses, and it's 2-2.
When I think about Brock, I always think about the Cubs trading him to St. Louis when he was just 24 years old. Got a feeling they regretted that one just a little bit.
And a pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Makes a nice running catch. And there's 2 down.
Batting third, the right fielder,
Michael Lee. Next up for the Cardinals. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And he flips a breaking ball in there, or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it, whatever it was.
And the right-hander deals. Fly ball down the line. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boo. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mark McGwire. Big time power. Pitch misses. Ball one.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Man at second. That one down the line and foul ball. Next one is off the plate. And a count 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And that one fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. The next pitch misses. Full count, 3-2. Stan Musial in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a pitch. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So 2 aboard and 2 outs, scoreless game. Stan Musial next up for the Cardinals. First offering misses the mark. And here it comes. And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Good hitters count the 2-0. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Joe Torre waits on deck. Next pitch is popped up. Candelario brings it in, and that will end the inning. So the Cards strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the first, 0-0. Welcome back. And towing the slab, the guy with the big yacker, the yellow hammer, Uncle Charlie, Adam Wainwright.
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
Up now for Washington, Tim Raines. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. There's a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Next pitch in the dirt. Now 1-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Lifted in the air down the left side. Smith snags it on the run.
Batting third.
As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. Two outs, base is empty. And here is Vladimir Guerrero.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
That hits the dirt, and that is ball 1. Singy, here's an Adam Wainwright nugget. He's faced every team in the majors except the St. Louis Cardinals. Next offering upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Ludwig makes the grab, and that is that. Nationals go quietly. Scoreless after one. And welcome back. New inning getting started. Here's the catcher, Joe Torre. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
The 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. And the 0-2. And ball one. Here's a 1-2. Good eye right there.
2-2.
And that's a fair ball.
Batting seventh.
Maybe a little out in front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Nolan Arenado, for all of the success he's had at the plate and all the All-Star appearances, Singy, he's won the Gold Glove every year that he has been in the league. He's going to go down as one of, if not the greatest defensive third baseman of all time. And a pitch. There's a strike.
Well, he's one of those players, if you're on the opposing team, you essentially say don't hit it to third. Don't even try to bunt it to third because you're going to be out. He is that prolific as a third baseman.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So digging in, Ryan Ludwig. And that is in for a strike. Going one. Torre over at second. Arenado on at first with nobody out. The next offering misses. And the count is 1-1. Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Boog, something I hear from hitters about Valentine is they know they don't have to protect off the plate too much in two-strike counts, and that can be a big deal in terms of your confidence and seeing some pitches in that at-bat.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
Here's Nolan Gorman. And the first offering is not close.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Second inning here, no score. Next offering upstairs. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
The 2-2. That's to third. Candelario to second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Back here at the ballpark, and now the catcher comes up to him. Gary Carter.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
The pitch. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
0-2 as he waves at that one. Got him. And a quick out, number one.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
And the batter now, Joey Meneses. And a foul ball. Wainwright winds and fires. Called strike right there. Lifted in the air, right field. Lee under this one. Makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting six. The left fielder.
Here's Dickerson now.
Dickerson.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Gorman throws on to first. Nats go down 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. We'll move to the third with no score. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Ozzie Smith. And the pitch. There's a strike.
There are hitters you love to watch hit, pitchers you love to watch pitch, but with Ozzie Smith, he was a player you love to watch field his position, a shortstop virtuoso.
And a bunt towards third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
I don't know if he planned to lay down that bunt before stepping into the box, but with the infield playing back, he saw an opportunity and he took advantage of it. Nicely done.
Now up for St. Louis, Lou Brock. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. There goes Ozzie. That's in for a strike. Carter's throw, not in time. Stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Runner leads away at second. That one pushed foul. Smith at second with nobody out. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. And that just misses. Got him swinging.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting the call he probably should have gotten. Didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Michael Lee next up for the Cardinals. Doubled his first time up. And takes low for ball one.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Throw into third. Not in time. He's safe.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball off. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Remember Big Mac and Sammy Sosa going head-to-head in 1998? McGuire ultimately would lead the majors in home runs that year with 70 of them. McGuire led the majors in home runs 4 different times, including his rookie year in 1987. First and third, one down. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Now it's going to be Stan Musial. He's 0 for 1. First pitch just misses.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
And it's just foul. That was close. The 1-1. Slap the other way, foul. Next pitch just misses. 2-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Swing and a pop-up. Abrams pulls it down, and that is the third out of the inning. Home half of the third coming up. No score. As we go to the last of the third, digging in, Jeimer Candelario. The wide to kick the pitch. Wainwright, a former All-Star. 41 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2000. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Musial makes the play, and there's one down.
Batting in, the second baseman.
And now it's Luis Garcia. Chris, Adam Wainwright, for all the accolades, multiple All-Star games, multiple Gold Gloves, he may have the title as one of the best pitchers to never win a Cy Young award. And, of course, there's that curveball. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
And now it's Michael Chavis. It's interesting. He plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Wainwright is ready and fires. Next offering misses down and away. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Righty to the plate. And that's ball 4.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Rings takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
1 ball, no strike.
Yeah, and he is the Uncle Charlie of this era. Guy's just got a phenomenal one. It seems like he has gotten better as he has aged. More finesse, ability to move his pitches around. And boy, the combination between Wainwright and Yadier Molina, historic.
On the ground right side, over to Ozzie. That's the third out. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to inning number 4. We're tied 0-0. New arm out of the bullpen, Josiah Gray.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And here's the catcher, Joe Torre. 1 for 1 with a single so far. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate, and there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Right-hander kicks, deals.
That's a ball.
The 1-1. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Up the middle, and that one handled. Garcia. Jump throw across his body, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
No, that's foul ball.
One down, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. In there safely.
Tough play on a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Ryan Ludwig digs in now. That one's in there, 0-1. Right-handed reliever. And a foul ball. And he deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Arenado over at first with one away. Fastball almost got him there.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Two down. And now it's filled up.
3 balls. 2 straight.
And here's a 3-2. Hard ground ball, base knock. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Now
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
One down. And now, Nolan Gorman. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Next offering is downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Next offering way off the plate.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Kicks and deals. Late swing, foul to the left.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Left-hand hitter waits. And that one is lifted in the air. Dickerson makes the grab for the second out.
The bat, number 1, shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith will hit next. 1 for 2. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Out towards right center field. Rings. Settles under this one. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So the Cards strand a couple, and we are still scoreless. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Bob Gibson.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
C.J. Abrams digging in for the Nationals. Fly to left his first time up.
C.J. Abrams.
Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. Good eye right there.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Here's a 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. That's towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, right fielder, Vladimir.
Next to hit for the Nats, Vladimir Guerrero. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Gibson, a former MVP, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Gathers and throws. Not in time, and he reaches safely.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
One gone, runner at first. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Gary Carter. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. In there, and it's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
At the belt and fires. The other way. Base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I really like the approach of that swing. That was a good changeup on the corner, but he recognized it early, didn't get jumpy, and just smacked it to the opposite field.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Joey Meneses digging in for the Nationals. 0 for 1. He flied out to right in his first trip. Check swing. He held up. 1-0.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Next offering is down low.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Next pitch is outside. 1 out. Runners at first and second. That pitch in for a strike. 3-1. Two on, 1 out. That one fouled off. Three-two on the way. Check swing, appeal to first. And he punches him out. He went around. So first and second with 2 outs. And now here is Corey Dickerson. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And that misses off the outside edge. Ball to strike. And there's a foul ball. Guerrero, the lead runner, out at second. Carter at first, 2 out of the inning. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
On to pitch now for the Nationals, Mason Thompson. This guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Your attention, please.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Lou Brock. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. The pitch. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Activity in the Washington bullpen. Paolo Espino looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Now a drag bunt, third base side, and that's just foul. 0-2 now, and that's in the dirt. Line drive, makes the grab, one away.
The right fielder, Michael Lee.
Now it's the power speed combo. Michael Lee. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one missed.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
And here it comes. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Righty delivers. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Go ahead run on base. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Mark McGwire. And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Kicks and fires. Grounder might be 2. Fired to second, and that's 2.
Pitcher made the pitch, and his players made the play behind him. Nice job. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play.
On the mound now, Jake Woodford. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Please. Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 44, Jake Woodford.
Now batting Jamer Candelario. Flied out his first time.
The third baseman, Jamer Candelario.
The pitch. And downstairs.
You know, these Nationals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Brock gets under it. He makes the grab. 1 away.
The batter, number 2, second baseman.
So up next, Luis Garcia. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a ball popped up, and it drops in. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he can handle. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Man at first with 1 gone. Here's Chavis now. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1.
1 ball. No strike.
And a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Falling behind 2-1. Garcia leads off first with one away. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it, and an excellent job keeping it right there. And the righty deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
No, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip the cap.
Here's the center fielder, Tim Raines. First offering misses the mark. That one ripped. He's got it. And that is out number 3. So 1 left for Washington. Still no score. Paolo Espino gets handed the rock out of the pen.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Now up for St. Louis, Stan Musial. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. First pitch, and he just misses.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
The 1-0. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If he's doing damage now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and the guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
In the air, foul off first. Drops into the glove, and there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Hammered. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Coming home. He will score. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Everything came together for him. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
One out. Runner at second. Ryan Ludwig. Next up for the Cardinals.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Pitch is in there, and that's strike 1. Arenado, the runner at second with one away. Way outside, 1-1. Here comes a pitch. Gets under it and pops it up. Chavis makes the grab. Out number 2.
Now back, second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
So 2 down now, and here is Nolan Gorman.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run, and the number 9 guy at the plate. Ball one there. Next pitch is downstairs.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
2-0.
Ball outside.
Well, out there on the mound, he's got to go right after this hitter because you don't want to turn this lineup over. This is the guy that you've got to get that final out, get out of this inning.
3-0 down. And a strike in there.
Thought the green light might be on right there, but maybe not. If you're looking to swing in that count, that's the pitch you want.
The 3-1. And now the count filled up 3-2. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Three, 2. He goes down looking. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And the home team down a run. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Steven Matz. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Well, one-run game. C.J. Abrams now at the plate. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about. He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Line drive, that's a base hit.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And now up for Washington, Vladimir Guerrero. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and part of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Nobody out, runner at first. And it's even up.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Kicks and deals. And that's outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a good eye there.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
3-2 now. Chopped left side. Not in time to get him, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
Man, that was a pretty good battle at the plate, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
First and second, no outs. Gary Carter digging in for the Nationals. This guy has turned into a beast. First and second here, no outs. Next offering is downstairs. And a pitch. Bounce to the left side. Down the line, and it's foul. The 1-2. Ground ball left side, could be two. On to second, they get one. On to Musial at first. Double play.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Joey Meneses.
Now it's the DH, Joey Meneses. Ball one, no strikes. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. The lefty, the 1-0. And that one fouled off. Abrams on third with 2 out. Check swing, went around, 1-2. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Nationals leave one. They're down 1-0. Jackson Rutledge taking over on the mound.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Paul Goldschmidt, big spot for him here. The wind of the pitch. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there. Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, it got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
The wind and the pitch. In the air, out towards left center. Pulls it in on the run. One up, one down. Oliver Marmol calling for a pinch hitter here. Brendan Donovan. 1 out, and the base is empty for him. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strike.
Right-handed reliever. Foul ball there. And the right-hander deals. That's inside.
It's a good take.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The wind of the pitch. In the air to left center. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And there are two down. So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals, Wilson Contreras, looking for a two-out spark with the bases empty. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. And a foul ball. And now 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Righty to the plate. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Makes the grab on the run. That is the inning. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. They still lead it 1-0. So remaining in the game defensively, Brendan Donovan. He'll be the new left fielder after entering the game as a pinch hitter. Also entering the game, Wilson Contreras. He takes over in right. And this is Cabrera taking the mound.
These are the spots where relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So coming into the game now on defense, Tommy Edman. He's in at shortstop. So Dave Martinez going with a pinch hitter here, Victor Robles. The pitch. Way high. Base hit into the outfield. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Now into the game, Dylan Carlson. He takes over in right. No outs, runner at first. Up now for Washington, Jamer Candelario. Cabrera checks over to first, and he's back.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
In there for strike one. Runner at first with no outs here. Robles runs. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That's stolen base. Excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
And that is cut on and missed. That's strike two. Robles stands at second with no outs. Next pitch is outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Here's a 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That misses, and that's ball 3. Luis Garcia to bat next. Three-two. Fights it off. He'll see another. The kick, the 3-2. Good job to fight that one off. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Three-two. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score and they tie it. It's 1-1.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. That one's in there, 0-1. Go ahead run in scoring position, nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jordan Hicks preparing to come on if needed. Hudson getting cranked up as well. Oh, 0-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a pitch. Ground ball right side. Slides. He's got it. Onto the pitcher. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit. Rolled over on it and beat it into the ground. And Michael Chavis will get a chance to hit. A strikeout and a walk. On the ground to third. Diving, and he can't make the play. In comes the run from third. And a 2-1 ball game now. Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Jordan Hicks.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Lane Thomas. Runner on first and one down for him. Line drive, caught.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, CJ.
So now a pinch hitter, Hebert Ruiz. A runner on first with 2 gone for him.
Hebert Ruiz.
And he pumps it a strike. Swing swinging a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Chavis around third. He'll score easily, and they lead by 2.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So Dave Martinez going with a pinch hitter here. Ildemaro Vargas looking for a 2-out hit with a runner in scoring position. And that's in there for strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Man on second, 2 down. Fought off foul. Down and in, moved his feet. Ruiz at second with 2 down. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. This one in the air, center field. Ludwig under it. Makes the play, and it's out, number 3. So they get 3 and jump ahead late. 8th inning coming up. It's the Nationals 3 and the Cardinals 1. Staying in the game on defense, Victor Robles. He'll be the new left fielder after entering the game as a pinch hitter. Also into the ball game, Lane Thomas. He'll be patrolling center field. Also entering the game, Ildemaro Vargas. He takes over in right. Now on the mound for the Nationals, Hunter Harvey.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now into the ball game on defense, Jeter Downs. He's in at shortstop. So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals, number 49. The pitch. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. And he deals. And now it's even up. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Kyle Finnegan, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Stays alive. Right-hander kicks, deals. Up the middle. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
The first baseman, number 6, Stan Musial.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Paul DeYoung. Looking to start something with one gone.
11, Paul DeYoung.
And first offering is fouled off. And the pitch. Off the mark there. 1 ball, 1 strike. At the belt and fires. And that one clips the corner.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more guys that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And that one is inside. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals, Tyler O'Neill, trying to get something going for him with 2 away. First offering and it just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. 1 more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Next one in the dirt. Two down, nobody on. And there's a ball. Nolan Arenado waiting for a turn at the plate. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Arenado stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Back over to first, and he's back in that time as well. The tying run at the plate. Chris, with that distraction and the speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And here it comes. There's a swing and a drive. This one's got a chance. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
The outfielder just took a bad route to that baseball, and at this point of the ball game, that's a huge run that they've allowed to get into scoring position.
On the pitch now for the Nationals, Carl Edwards Jr.
All they need from him right here is 1 out, but that's easier said than done for sure. Lots of pressure with 2 runners in scoring position. He does have the 1 open base to work with if needed.
Looks like we've got a substitution at second. And pinch running for St. Louis, Oscar Mercado. Ryan Ludwig next up for the Cardinals, 1 for 3. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Two outs, two in scoring position. That one out to right. Vargas, couple of steps in. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is the inning.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Paul DeYoung. He pinch hit last half and now takes over at first.
Now playing first base.
And now they turn to Giovanni Gallegos.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So coming into the game now on defense, Ivan Herrera. He takes over behind the plate. Also into the ball game, Jordan Walker. He's the new third baseman. So Dave Martinez going with a pinch hitter here. Jeremy De La Rosa. A critical at bat in this game for him.
Jeremy De La Rosa.
The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. On the ground to short. Edman slings to first. Leadoff man is out here in the eighth.
The batter, the designated hitter, Joey.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the Nationals. Dominic Smith. One out, the base is empty for him.
Dominic Smith.
That one to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Victor Robles.
Pinch hitter coming on, Jake Alou. Looking for a two-out spark, but the base is empty. Left-hand hitter waits. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. James Nail up and loosening in the pen. Pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Righty delivers. And another ball.
3-1.
The 3-1. Fouled off. He was late. And a 3-2. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Washington, but they still lead it 3-1. Now on the mound for the Nationals, Kyle Finnegan.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Now into the game, Israel Pineda. He takes over behind the plate.
Number 33,
Also entering the game, Alex Call. He'll be out in left field.
Number 17, Alex.
So digging in, Nolan Gorman.
Leading off for the Cardinals.
Finnegan in his 4th year, 31 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2013. The pitch. That misses off the outside edge. There's the strike at the knees. Pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
That one missing inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that one hammered way back there. Out of here. That'll fire up the dugout, and they're chipping away. It's 3-2.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Back to the top of the order now. Tommy Edman next up for the Cardinals. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. And that one wrapped foul.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Here's a 1-1. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Garcia gets under it, leaps at the wall, and he's got it. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism has shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Alec Burleson. He comes to the plate in a huge spot in this one. That clips the corner.
0-1.
The pitch. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Makes the grab, 2 down.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
So it's their last chance in this one. This is Dylan Carlson. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. Pulls that one foul. California kid. Played for his dad at Elk Grove High School. His teammates there with Nick Madrigal. Next offering is in for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
0-2 now. That one just misses.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
The ball game.
Well, he does a nice job of coming in and getting the save. He made a mistake with the pitch, gave up the solo home run, but he maintained his focus, pushed through to the finish line.
A 3-2 final score in this one. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Washington Nationals, 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For St. Louis, 2 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.